You have got to be kidding me. This cannot be real life. Is this where we're at, right? As a civilization, before we dive into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you could please share so we can get it out there. Let me preface my comments first by saying I don't tell anybody how to raise their kids. At your kids, you want to reprimand them however you see fit. A lot of the parents get soft. You yell at the kid in public, and all they want to call the police and lock you up. So hold on. I'm not trying to tell nobody to do what they can do with their children. But are you kidding me? Really? So this is Mickey and Minnie Mouse, right? They're more geared towards children, right? There's a lot of people that are older that like Mickey, but this is a children's party, a little graduation ceremony from kindergarten or who knows, right? So you have these, and look at what they're doing, and the kids are standing just right there. And look at the kids just right there in 4K for them to see everything. And the parents are laughing it up, having a great time with their phones. The music is actually added. If you hear the original audio, music super raunchy, just added line stuff that kids shouldn't be listening to, period. But this is what's going on. So your kids are smart as hell. They know, they're almost like little chameleons, like almost like little clones. Whatever they see happening, they're going to go and repeat majority of the time. Just like if you cuss in front of your kids a lot, they're going to end up cussing. It's very simple. It's not rocket science, but this is what they're putting in front of their kids to see. This is what they want their kids to see. And you see what Minnie's doing right there in front of Mickey, and have this small little girl, what, she could be no older than what, 2 or 3 or something, if not younger than that, and just watching this whole thing go down. So this is where we're going as a society, right? Some of us, right? Not as never all people. Some of us, right? This is where we're going as a society. Call me old school. I'm from the birthday parties. If you had a little mascot, somebody dressed up like this, you did the Hokey Pokey song. You remember that? You put your right foot in. You all that. I remember that. The I Love You, the Barney days. Whatever happened to Barney? They completely got rid of him. He got canceled. He must have said something that boys are boys or something crazy, almost like what Mr. Rogers said, right? And they want to cancel Mr. Rogers.
Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady. Everybody's fancy.
Those are the people that should be on TV, right? Teaching the kids. Because could you imagine what they're seeing at home? If this is what's going on in public, and this is what the parents, we're catering, we're doing this party, we're going to have these mascots show up. We want them twerking, popping, this foul music DJ in the background. Let's go out in the backyard. I got this AK-47. Let me fire some off in the air while we're at it. Let's just completely go nuts. That's exactly what this is all turning into. It's just a complete backwards, just backward veins society that we're seeing right here. How is this? They can all sit there and watch this, film it, laughing, having a great time, knowing that your kids are right there seeing the same thing. If it's in an all-adult party, right, and you guys want Mickey or Minnie or Lilo and Stitch, Sponge, I don't care who you order. They can pop it. They can do whatever you want. But in front of the kids, this is a party for kids? Really?
You're trying to tempt me now.
It's just absolutely out of line. And I got a quick little story that kind of sums all this up. I took my mom to the airport. She had an early flight, about 6:30 a.m., right? And I'm coming back. I was in a gold, like 2005 Hyundai Elantra, right? Got the windows down. I got the music on. Just having a good time going back home after dropping her off. And I'm doing probably about 10 over. And there's some people that, don't you hate when there's a car in front of you and there's a car like almost right next to them and you can't get around them, and there's just no way until they finally break apart a little bit? That's the kind of conundrum that I was in. Eventually the car to the right finally slowed down enough where I was able to go around this car and go back around and go about my way. As this was happening, there was this old Impala, silver Impala, rolling up on me, right? So I go this way, they're following me, so I kind of get up on it, you know what I mean? I'm kind of driving up on this thing a little, the 2005 Elantra, by the way, and this thing's, it's cooking a little bit. I was Dominic Toretto before that in the Hyundai Elantra. So we're going and, you know, having a little bit of fun, little cat and mouse game. They end up getting in front of me, and then there's like a super slim window in between like this pickup truck and then like some other like minivan. They cut it so close in between these two cars, like it made my like heart skip a beat. I was like, okay, now it's a little, let me slow it. Something stupid's gonna happen. So we get off on the exit. They're going left, I'm going right. Tell me why when I roll up on this car, I can't really see who's in the front seat. I can tell there's two people. The window's cracked halfway down. The back seat, the window's completely down. There's a guy in the back with his seatbelt on. Tell me why a little kid, had to probably be maybe a year and a half years old, leans forward, that's sitting right next to him. But the kid is sitting on one of the armrests. Like, you know how they have the big thick armrest that's like, you know, almost like a loaf of bread stacked on top of each other. The kid sitting on that, no seatbelt, no car seat or nothing. And I just had that moment where they went their way, I went to the gas station to get some gas, and I said, I had almost like that moment. You guys remember the Terminator 2 Judgment Day scene where the Terminator's fixing the truck and you have John Connor underneath and he's seeing the kids playing and he's like, we're not going to make it, are we? That's the moment I said, we're not going to make it. Civilization is doomed. And this was back then. Look at all the stuff that's happened now. But that's the moment. That's what I thought of when I see clips like this. And this is what they're allowing the kids to see. Just like if I would say Scarface, and I live like Scarface, and we're clapping people, we got drugs, we're traveling all around, got people hanging from helicopters, all this stuff. And my kids witnessing that. What's the odds of them growing up and having any kind of stability? Whatsoever. Any kind of stability. If I'm doing all this stuff, beating up on women and all this.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
And they see all, what's the odds that they grow up and they're not going to fall into the same lifestyle? These kids are already playing against a stacked deck. You have young kids raising even younger kids, and what, the grandmas now are probably about 47 now. That's the average age of the new grandma, right? The new millennial grandma is about 47, almost 50. This is what is allowed to go on, and this is why society, a large front of it, is going completely into the tubes. This is just ridiculous, but people will sit up and defend this garbage.
Hush up, boy.
So you guys tell me, maybe I'm just from another planet and I just don't see things the way that some people see it. Would you guys have a birthday party and having them popping it like this, some mascots show up, whatever, SpongeBob and Patrick or Sandy Cheeks, really just Sandy Cheeks clapping and all that? Are you really going to have this in front of the kids? And what do you guys feel about the story? Do you guys, because I know I'm in the wrong, shouldn't have been speeding and all that other stuff. I get it. But when I saw this kid sitting there, that young, no seatbelt, but the person next to him, full grown adult, has a seatbelt on. I'm telling you, just had that just reflection moment that this world is doomed. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys could please share so we can get it out there. And I will catch you guys on the next one.